Hello, everybody, and welcome to our public Zoom. What we're here for is for the first time on the internet for sure. We've done it many times, but for the first time for some of you, we're going to share a business with you that guarantees your success. It's that simple. And Mike Ellis, my friend and business partner, will explain to you why we can say that. A little about myself. I'm 60 years old. I live in New Jersey, USA. I've been online since 2004, many moons ago. And I got on for the same reason as most everyone here. I wanted to make some money. I needed to make money. And after getting beat up for about 10 years, losing a lot of money, everything that they said didn't happen. It was happening for some people, but not for me at the time. I did learn how to market. Finally, I met up with Mike and Dan Street here, Mike Ellis, and together we knew how to market. We set up our own systems. We did fairly well. Problem was, we could not duplicate what we did, and tried, but it was a failure. And the worst thing about not being able to market is being able to market and can't bring people with you. It's just as bad if you have a heart at all. I mean, some people can just keep building and people fall away. Okay, I'll just keep going. That wasn't us. So about 17 months ago, we found out about OnPassive, actually from a gentleman here, Peter Rogers. And I contacted him because I knew Peter for a couple of years. And I trusted him, and we knew each other, and we worked together and other things. So anyway, at this time, I want to introduce you to Mike Ellis. He's going to explain this to you. If you have any questions, like Red said, go in the Q&A and ask it. Red knows probably everything there is to know, and if he doesn't, maybe one of us do. And anyway, let me turn it over to Mike Ellis and let him fasten your seatbelts, because you're going to be in for a ride of your life for sure. And we'll be talking to you as we go. Mike Ellis, take it up, man. Take care.
Okay, Marty, I appreciate that. And again, I want to welcome everybody to this webinar. And it really is for the new people who are just being introduced to OnPassive, or you're just starting to explore OnPassive. And to start off with, OnPassive is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company. And really, as you come into OnPassive, we're all here for the same reason. And that reason is there something out there that can help me take care of my financial needs, can take care of those financial burdens? And as I came into OnPassive, that's really the main question I had. And as I start to explain OnPassive to you, I really want to show you OnPassive through my eyes as I came in, because I think we're a lot alike. And what I saw is probably what you're looking for. And you're looking for a way to actually take care of that bottom line and start to build residual income. So as I came into OnPassive, I was introduced through a webinar that Ash Mufareh made, and a young lady invited me to watch the webinar, a lot like this one, and I came and I watched, and I'm kind of a hard case, like Marty and Dan. I've been doing this for probably a dozen years, and I've seen just about everything there is to see. So I was a skeptic coming in and listening to Ash, and I came in and I started to listen to Ash. And really, after 6 or 7 minutes, I just couldn't listen anymore. Ash is an absolute genius, but the way he does his webinars, it's not the way I do them. He's all over the place. And after 5, 6 minutes, I just couldn't handle it anymore, and I hung up. But there was something about what Ash was talking about that did bring me back. And I came back and I listened, and then I listened again, and then I listened again. And then I started to understand what Ash was trying to get across to me. And when I understood what he had done, to me, it was just absolute genius. And I think as I get into a few concepts of OnPassive, you're going to find that the bar really isn't as high as you think it is to getting to a place where you can actually start to build residual income and stop thinking about finances. And I know for a lot of people, you haven't even thought in those terms. Not only taking care of the financial bottom line, but actually not even thinking about finances because they're taken care of. So as I listened to Ash, there were about 4 concepts, and once I got them, it was a done deal. And the first concept that Ash shared with us was, as you come in and you start your business with OnPassive, it is a self-funding program. And what does that mean? As you come in, you will pay once, you'll never go out of pocket again. And for me, I really like the sound of that because I've done many, many businesses online over the course of the 12 years. And these guys, they just milk you dry. They're going to take as much as you have until you decide you've had enough and you quit. And normally that's what happens. People will come in, they'll pay for 3 months, 6 months, a year. They won't make any money and they'll just say, it's enough, I'm done. That is not OnPassive. As you come into OnPassive, you will pay once, you will never go out of pocket again. Absolutely love that. The second thing that Ash discussed was a little bit more serious, something that I really didn't believe the first time I heard it. And what it is OnPassive is going to force everybody that comes into OnPassive, everybody. They're going to force you to be successful. And that means they're going to force you to make money. And it doesn't mean they're going to make you pick up a shovel and dig a ditch. They are literally going to do the work for you, and you are going to be forced to make money. Now, I didn't believe it at first, but as I looked at the numbers of OnPassive, I understood, because of the way Ash has structured everything, because of the way the pay plan is structured, that the numbers actually work. And they can make that statement. As you come in, you will be forced to make money. You will be forced to be successful. Absolutely love that one. The third one, for me, was just as intriguing. Again, we've been online a dozen years, and over those dozen years, we've learned how to drive traffic. And the third thing that OnPassive is going to be doing for everybody is they're going to actually drive traffic and help build your business with you. And if you know anything about traffic, that's probably the hardest thing you'll ever do online, to get good qualified eyes in front of what you're doing. They come in, they love it, they join, and they pay. As soon as you can do that, you will start making money. And OnPassive is an absolute genius at making this happen. Excuse me, guys. I've got the sniffles a little bit today. But their traffic is absolutely amazing. And as I looked at their traffic, I want to give you an example of the volume of traffic that'll be coming into OnPassive for us. About, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, not 3 or 4 years ago, 3 or 4 months ago, OnPassive decided to test their traffic source. And what they did is they actually cranked up the traffic. And their goal was to bring in 1 million opt-ins. They didn't put a time frame on it, and just see how long it took. Could be a month, 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is. And as they cranked up the traffic, they brought in 1 million opt-ins, and they did it in 4 days. If you know anything about traffic, this is absolutely phenomenal. And for the new people that are here, once you understand that kind of volume, you're going to understand going forward how you're going to get paid. But anytime you can do that kind of volume with that kind of traffic, you've got a viable business that will make you money. So the traffic of OnPassive was very, very important to me, and they are better than anybody I've ever seen online. The last concept that is as important as all of them is the customer side of OnPassive. And it's the customer and the product side. If you don't have customers, obviously you're not going to have a business. And if you don't have products, you're not going to have any customers. They kind of go hand in hand. But the customers, as they come into OnPassive, they're going to come in, they're going to use the products of OnPassive, and they're going to pay a monthly fee. And they're going to love these products. These products are built from the ground up. They're proprietary. They're cutting edge. They are the best of the best. And they're going to come in and use these products for a couple of reasons. Number one, they're better than anything out there. And number two, they will make them money. And the customers that we're going to have, and our customer base right now is about 4.6 billion people. And they're anywhere from K through 12 to colleges to small, medium, large businesses to governments. And I think it will be all of the above. And as they come in and use the products, like I said, they will come in, pay the monthly fee, and they're going to love the products. Why is that so important to us? As soon as a customer comes in and pays a monthly fee, our income as those individuals that come in and participate with OnPassive becomes a residual income. That's why you're here. That's why we're all here, to build a residual income, and you can go on vacation, and when you come back, that residual income will be there. And it's because of the quality of the products, and it's because the customers will absolutely love these products. So what are some of the products of OnPassive? Initially, they started with an automated marketing platform, and that automated marketing platform has all the tools we use to market online. And those tools range from anywhere from a server to a domain name, to a funnel builder, to a page builder, to a communication module, to traffic. All the tools we use are in this automated marketing platform. And as we look at these tools, again, they are proprietary. They're built from the ground up. They are the best of the best. People will flock in to use those tools. That's a small sample of the tools of OnPassive. Today, there are about 50 tools that OnPassive has. All of these tools are proprietary. All of these tools are better than anything you will find online. And all of these tools, because of the traffic OnPassive is going to be driving, will bring in millions and millions of customers into OnPassive. So as we look at OnPassive, how do we all come into OnPassive? Today, there is a position. It is a founder position. It is a $97 position. And as you can come in, pay the $97, and what it does is it locks you into OnPassive, and it locks you into the pay structure of OnPassive, which is even more important. It also allows you one other thing, if you want to do this. You can actually come in and start building a team. It is not something you have to do. Because of the first 4 concepts that I discussed, OnPassive is a totally automated system. You will come in and you will participate, and as you participate, you don't have to do anything else. But if you have an inclination to actually start building a team while we're waiting for OnPassive to launch, which again is going to be this year, 2020, you can actually do that. And there are some tangible benefits to building a team in OnPassive. So the founders, as OnPassive launches to the world, and again, it's scheduled 2020 this year to launch to the world, how do we all come into OnPassive? We will all come in as customers. And as we come into OnPassive, we will pay a fee, we will go in the back office, we will click a button, and from there, we become an independent reseller of the IT product. From there, OnPassive can pay us. And I'd like to go into depth on the pay structure of OnPassive, but I can't. Ash Mufareh has told us that he does not want any of us to talk about the pay structure of OnPassive until we launch to the world. And that's so our competitors don't know what's going to be happening as OnPassive launches to the world. But I can tell you, as you come in, you pay the fee, you press the button to become an independent reseller of the IT product, you are in a very, very unique position to literally change your finances in so many ways you can't even imagine. And I can give you an example of how we're going to get paid, which will give you an example of why the volume is so important as we look at OnPassive. Let's say you come in and you're a salesperson. It doesn't matter with what company, and you go out and you make a dozen or half a dozen sales. You're going to get paid that month for the sales you've made, okay? What OnPassive is going to do is they're going to go to the automated marketing platform. They're going to take one tool out, the traffic tool. They're going to start driving traffic for all of us, and they are going to bring in customers for us. So they're going to go out, drive the traffic, make the sale, and then they're going to put that sale underneath you. You will get paid for every sale that goes underneath you. For the volume that goes under you, you will get paid for that. There are no qualifications. You don't have to share, you don't have to sell, you don't have to do anything to get paid through OnPassive. And as OnPassive runs traffic and brings volume underneath you, you will get paid for that. It works the same way if you're a team builder. Let's say you've come into OnPassive and you built a team. It's just like an individual that has a large territory and he needs or she needs help covering that territory. So you go out and you bring in other salespeople. It's the same thing. OnPassive, again, they're gonna go to the automated marketing platform. They're gonna pull out the tool traffic. They're gonna start to run traffic, and they're gonna put sales under everybody, not only you, but your team also. And you get paid for all that. So there's really some huge tangible benefits as you build a team. But again, you don't have to. It is a totally automated system. You can come in, participate, and everything will happen. No qualifications. So that's how we'll come into OnPassive. That's kind of how we're going to get paid through OnPassive. I want to go to one of the products of OnPassive just to emphasize the volume that OnPassive is going to be doing. And that particular tool is the communication module. And as we look at that module, every communication way every way we communicate online will be in this communication module. But I want to talk just about one of those particular tools, and it's the webinar service. It's a lot like what we're doing today. Today we're doing a Zoom webinar. As OnPassive launches, one of the tools will be a webinar service. It will be far superior to what we're looking at right now with Zoom. And as we look at Zoom, Zoom has about 200 million people. They do Zooms every single day. And a large portion of those individuals, they pay to do these Zooms. And as we look at it, and we look at OnPassive coming into the marketplace, the webinar marketplace, I believe that Zoom is going to have a hard time staying in business in a year's time. That's how powerful the webinar service of OnPassive is. And as we look at the millions of people in Zoom, I believe we're going to take a very large market share away from Zoom. Just this one product could take OnPassive to becoming a unicorn company in a year's time. Excuse me, guys. And as we look at OnPassive becoming a unicorn company in a year with one product, now we think about the 50 products that they have and launching all of those at the same time. I believe OnPassive will become a unicorn company the day they launch or shortly thereafter it. But as we look at the Zoom webinar and the millions of people that OnPassive is going to be taking away from just this one company, you can see what that will do for us as independent resellers of the IT product, as founders, and all of that volume going underneath us. Volume really is the key for us to getting paid. And as OnPassive launches to the world, launching as a unicorn company, a billion-dollar company, and the millions of customers coming into OnPassive, it's just going to be awesome for all of us that are participating in OnPassive. I'm going to hit two more things, and then I'll turn it back over to Marty. Ash had a meeting probably 2-3 weeks ago with his money men. And as Ash was talking to him, one of the bankers kind of stepped forward and he asked Ash if he could ask him a question. And Ash said, sure, go ahead, anything you want, and I'll try and answer it. And the banker came on and he said, listen, we see what OnPassive is doing. And as OnPassive launches to the world, we believe that you'll probably be one of the richest people on earth or the richest person on earth. And as we look at OnPassive and it's launching to the world, my question for you is, why would you share this wealth with anyone? And it kind of put Ash back a little bit. And as he thought about it, he looked at the banker and his response was, well, why wouldn't I share OnPassive with everybody? Why wouldn't I want to help people take care of that financial bottom line? Why wouldn't I want to change the world? Why wouldn't I want to give people the ability to actually breathe and live the life they want to live? And of course, the banker, as he heard it, he really didn't understand it because bankers, they don't give anything away. But what this did for me, it showed me the heart of Ash Mufareh, the heart of OnPassive. And as I looked at that, it really is true what Ash has said. He's built OnPassive to share the wealth, to take care of that 97% of the people that come online and fail and turn that number around and make 97% of the people that come online succeed. Again, as you come in self-funding, and they're going to force you to be successful. That's really why OnPassive was built. And it was really, really important for me to hear that from Ash, because it does show the heart of OnPassive. The last thing I want to talk about, it shows the genius behind OnPassive and Ash Mufareh. And it's the customer side again. I believe 80% of the customers coming into OnPassive will just be customers. They will come in, they'll use the product, they're going to love the product, they'll pay the monthly fee, and they're fine with that. All they want is a better tool, a better mousetrap that makes their life easier and perhaps puts more money in their pocket. And 80% of the people coming into OnPassive, they will come in as customers. But there's another 20% that will come in, and again, they're going to love the tools too. They'll come in as customers, they'll pay for the tools, they'll pay the monthly fee. But the difference between the 80% and the 20%, they're a little different. They don't have a very large budget, and they're always worried if they can pay the monthly fee next month. And I don't know if you've been there before, but I have. And when you're in that situation, it's always a concern. But here's what Ash Mufareh has done. As you come in, as these people come in and start paying for the products, over time, the cost of those products will go down. Over time, the cost of those products will be zero. And over time, OnPassive is going to pay those customers to use the tools. Now, again, this goes to volume. As customers come in and OnPassive is treating customers like this, do you think we're ever going to lose a customer? I don't think so. Number one, the 80%, they're going to love it. The 20%, they're never going to leave because their tools are being paid for by OnPassive. And what I think will happen with them is they'll come in, whatever they're marketing, they're going to junk. They're going to come into OnPassive because they're making more money with OnPassive now, and they'll be full-time OnPassive. This is so ingenious what Ash and his team have done, and they do this through the whole ecosystem of OnPassive. Every tool that they do has the same kind of ingenuity to get people in, get people involved, and as people come in and start using the tools of OnPassive, they're absolutely going to love them. And Marty might have a little bit more about that in just a little bit. So as we look at OnPassive, keep it very, very simple. Self-funding, forced to be successful. They're going to drive traffic for you to help build your business, and customer is royalty. And then put the volume around all of those four concepts. And when you do that, it is a win-win. You will have found a way to build residual income, walk away money. This is what Ash Mufareh has done with OnPassive. He's made OnPassive for you and I to take care of that bottom line and then start living the lifestyle we all want to live, whatever that is. So OnPassive, again, they're doing things today that we can't talk about on this video, or this webinar, but it'll just blow your mind. Marty, I'm going to turn it back over to you. You can fill in any of the blanks, and yeah, we'll just kick it around a little bit. Go ahead, Marty.
Thanks, Mike. And like Mike said, you know, I would have heard enough that I'm in, okay? Because I know for a fact that if I talk to 100 people, 98 of you didn't make a dime. In fact, you lost money. So you don't need to be really good in math to figure that out. The other thing, really keep in mind, and keep this, don't forget about this part of it. Automated, automated, automated. Everybody here is going to be an automated system. You are paying this company to build your wealth. The difference is the way you pay them is from the profits that you made from the system that created you wealth. It's unbelievable. I've had people say, well, how about if I don't use the tools? Doesn't matter. The two ladies that are still alive of Sam Walton's sisters, they're some of the richest women in the world. They're not buying everything at Walmart. They don't use everything at Walmart, but they will take a nickel and a dime and a quarter from everything that goes past a cash register. OnPassive is the same. OnPassive ideas of how to market are mind-blowing. Everybody's going to get a 7-day free trial. They're going to be able to look at it. You don't have to say this is better than this. You're here. What do you think? And people will make that decision. That's how confident OnPassive is with the tools that they're going to have. I don't have to tell you anything. Here it is. Look at this, and this is where you are now. What do you want? This is cheaper. There's no limits. Security's outrageous, and you can make money from it. Or do you want what you have now that costs you $200, $300, $400, $500 a month? It's a no-brainer. Absolutely no-brainer. And like I said, the big deal, the big deal is the company's going to drive traffic. You know what that's like. People jump from one shiny thing to the next shiny thing, and they forget. I don't know why. I did it for 10 years. I jump to something new and say, well, maybe the next opportunity will be right. It's not the opportunity. If you can't drive traffic, I don't care how pretty your house is. I don't care how pretty the picture is that you have. I don't care how great the lotion you have. If no one sees it, you can't sell it. And this company's going to do all the heavy work. You just got to sit there with a smile, get in it, and join something that's going to blow you away. If I'm telling you right now, this company today, right today, is a unicorn company. Okay, right now, and it hasn't launched yet. When this thing opens up, you're going to know about OnPassive. You can either get in this train and take a ride or watch it zoom by, but you're going to be part of it either way. So I would recommend get all the information. Nobody's going to press you. I'm not pressing you now. I just know what I can see from my side. I want everybody to see it and then tell me no. I have yet to see anybody in the last 6 months that saw all the information and said no. That I can tell you guaranteed. Anyway, I'm going to move it on to some other people. Red, what do you got for Q&A?
Okay, I've only actually got one, which is a very good question, actually, Marty. And that's someone said, does OnPassive have anything in place to upgrade the products in the future so that we are always ahead? Now, that's a really good question. Now, I know, and the other founders here know, well, the other leaders here know already that one of the webinars that we were on with Ashmi Farad, he said that OnPassive are always looking 3 to 5 years ahead. And even the tools and products that we have now, there is upgrades in place right now before they've even been released to the public. So the answer to that is yes, there is an ongoing upgrade, or even, as Ash said, if they can't upgrade it, they will redesign it and they will build a new one. Now, the more you look at OnPassive, the more you understand that every single product has been built specifically for OnPassive. There is no copycat. Yes, they might have used the idea, but they built it specifically for OnPassive. It is proprietary for OnPassive. And with that in mind, and using the AI technology that is going to be at the forefront of all the products and services, so they integrate together within the one platform, the upgrades that need to be done will be done seamlessly using this technology. So I hope that answers your question. I have got some more Q&As, which I'll come back to you with in a minute, Marty. Thanks a lot.
Okay. To add to what Red said, let me tell you what most IT companies do. They get together, they brainstorm, they come up with some idea, and they hire a bunch of people, a bunch of techs to build this thing. And after they build it, they let the people go. OnPassive, this is fact, are hiring people and keeping them for a life. And when they're done with one project, these people are paid to make it better. Think outside the box. We have this, do not let anybody pass us. So if there's a button or a gadget or a light or something that makes it better, I want to know about it before everybody else. So he's not retaining people. He's building people's, they're going to be there for life. It's a big deal. Most companies don't do that. They don't keep paying people's salary. Ashmi for a fact said, we will keep people employed to stay ahead of everybody else. So that adds to what Red just said. I'm going to turn over to my buddy Peter Rogers, who actually introduced this to me. Peter, give us your thoughts.
Hi guys, Peter Rogers here from the UK. Well, What do I cover? What these guys have already said. I mean, fantastic, excellent. I'm just trying to give you sort of a bit of background about myself, really. I'm not a public speaker as such, so just bear with me. I've been involved in the business now for about 2 years. I got involved in October 18. I was working with a guy by the name of Red Redfern, and Red obviously he gave me a call one day. He said, "Pete, there's a business you need to look at, $97, and get yourself signed up." And to be honest, because I trusted Red, we've been working together on other businesses on the net, and I just actually paid my $97 more or less straight away without even actually looking at the business and what it was. It was just a bit of blind faith, really. And about a week later, Red said, "Oh, we've got a webinar we've been invited to by Ash Mafara. He's the CEO of OnPassive." And we both went along and obviously watched this webinar. A webinar like you're here today or watching today, very similar. And Ash, shared his vision and his dream about OnPassive and Go Founders. And obviously we're promoting Go Founders here, trying to explain to you what the benefits of Go Founders is. But when we got involved, Go Founders had the name Go Founders, but it never had no back office. OnPassive didn't even have a name, and there was no products even produced at that time. It was just a vision that Ash wanted to share with, obviously, the founders. I think at the time when we got involved, there was only about 2,000 founders at the time. I mean, there's 240,000 founders, just under 240,000 founders now. And so we've come a long way. But I just want to say, really, when we watched this webinar with Ash, his vision and his passion and how he was putting it across to us was mind-blowing, and it really took me back. And I'm glad I paid me $97 beforehand, because it really, it's just unbelievable what he was saying. And as I said at the time, we never even had a back office to Go Founders. And I remember Ash was saying to us at the time that, I'm going to produce a Go Founders back office, and I'm going to give you links so you can share it with other people if you want to. As we've already been explained tonight, it's not a business that you have to go out and share with people. They will build it for you. If you want to be a leader, or and be have a team, then obviously the facility there in your back office is there for you. And I think there's about 168 links that you can use. And there's a lot of other things. Previous webinar, all this was what he promised, and over the 2 years, it's come into place. We've got everything that he said, what was going to happen has happened. And like they were just saying about updating products and things like that, as I said at the time, there was no products at all. I mean, we've got 40 to 50 products now that's in line. A lot of them now have been more or less completed, and we're ready for the launch, which is going to be very soon. But like with the back office, updating the Go Founders back office, I think we've had it updated 3 times. We've had 3 new back offices in the 2 years that we've been involved. So they're always looking forward, always making things better. And obviously, I'm not here to try and sell you and push this on you. It's a decision that you need to really make yourselves. But all I can say is that you really need to check this out, get the information you really need. We have got, obviously, Facebook groups. We've got OnPassive Nation and OnPassive UK, OnPassive India. We've got lots of Facebook groups that you can join. So if you're in different countries, you can join any of those the Facebook groups. Lots of information in there. You go to the units or to the file sections. In any of those groups, there's lots of videos done by Mike Ellis and a lot of other leaders that can explain the business to you in more detail. And obviously, get back with the person that's obviously shared this with you today. And if you want more information, get back to the person. And we're all here as a team. We're all here to help. And so that's really all I've got to say. It was a bit of a story about how I've seen it. And obviously the future is going to be phenomenal for everybody. As I said, we started with, when we got involved, there was 2,500 founders. There's 230,000 founders. We haven't even touched the iceberg yet. Like Mike was saying, some of these platforms, some of these products that we're going to use and what Go founders and OnPassive have produced, you know, some of them, like, let's take Zoom. I mean, I think there was over 100 million users just on Zoom. That's one product. You know, this is an eye-opener, and this is going to take the world by storm. So, you know, don't miss out. Don't let the train leave the station without jumping on the train. That's all I can say. As you see, I'm really excited. Got some good leaders here that we're working with, and they're helping it. You know, they're going to obviously help you, and they'll help you to build your team. Want to build a team. That's all I've got to say, really. I'll pass it back to Marty. Okay, Marty. Need to unmute yourself, Marty.
Yeah, unmute yourself, Marty.
Yeah, thank you, Peter. That just like Peter said, Zoom is huge. They made $19 billion last year. This year they made $129 billion. 1 year, $110 billion increase. The owner in 1 day made $3 billion. We're going to get a big chunk of that. That's 1 out of 50. So where do you think you're going to be? What's the potential? It's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing what it could be. Again, thank you, Peter. We have another guest here, Victor. I don't know a lot about Victor. I've seen him in a few Zooms, but we're going to hear what Victor has to say. Go ahead, Victor. Unmute yourself, and it's all yours.
Yeah, good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad to be here this evening to be one of you. It is a real privilege to share with you a bit of my background, my why I joined OnPassive, and the journey since I've joined OnPassive. To start with, my name is Victor Gumalade. I'm based in London, United Kingdom. I've worked on the rail industry for 13 years. I was living from hand to mouth, from paycheck to paycheck, with nothing good to write home about. But I decided to take a new direction, and I went into affiliate marketing. Along the line, I didn't just, go into affiliate marketing. I became a motivational speaker. And because the reason being that I just want to help a lot of people, I want to help people around the whole world, to give hope to those that are hopeless. Because I've been there, I came from a very, very, very impoverished background. My parents died in abject poverty, and I don't want to repeat the same. And I don't want my people to remain the same. And that is why I became a career motivational speaker. Along the line, while I was speaking for companies, I was disappointed. The companies that I use all my resources, all my arts, everything that I have to work for this company, to promote this company. I brought a lot of people all over the world, even people that don't know me. They joined the company just because of what I say on stage. They believe in me, they love me, they would love the way I speak. And as a result of that, they joined those companies. And all of a sudden, those companies disappeared. I was devastated. I feel dejected, because it's like, I failed my people. Because these people, they don't know the company, they just know me, they love me. And because of what I say, they joined, this company. And that is why I felt devastated. And from that point, I made up my mind that I'm not going to promote any opportunity anymore because of what I experienced. What was the experience? Some of the people that I brought into business, hundreds of people, lost their hard-earned income. The money that they suffered for, their savings, they put into the company, they lost it. While some, made money. But I'm really concerned about those people that lost their money, because I don't want it to repeat itself. And that is why I made up my mind that I'm not going to promote any business opportunity for the rest of my life. I will just continue with my motivational career. But as I was going through YouTube, listening to one of my old motivational messages, I came across this video made by Peter Rogers and Red Fred and Mike Ellis. And what attracted me, but today I thank God that, I take a pause to listen to the message, what they are saying. And I was listening to the message. I got attracted, of what they are saying. And I was really, really impressed with what our CEO, Ash Mufara, is offering the whole world, the people. And I say, no, I'm going to give this a go. This is what I am looking for. A company that cater for the 97% of people that failed online. A company that makes sure everybody, including those that have not been on the internet before, that they can make it online. A company that put everybody into their payment structure. A company that where you don't have to recruit, where you don't have to resell, where you don't have to waste your energy, your resources to make it. And I said, that is my number one reason of joining OnPassive. It ticked my box. Number two, I said, well, this company is also offering real products, unique products, built from scratch. This is not copycats. And over 40 of them. And I say, this is the second reason why I would join this company. It ticked that box. Because a company that doesn't have products, that doesn't have real services, is a Ponzi scheme. I repeat, Ponzi scheme. I want to encourage people who are listening to me over there, don't ever, ever get involved in those companies. Because at the end of the day, they will disappear with your money. So that's number two reason. The number three reason, this is a company that is well surrounded by real people, real action people, real good people, people that have the hearts of the people, not people that are planning to run away with your money. And I say, this is the kind of business I will get myself involved with. And number four reasons is that you can start small. You don't have to break the bank in order to become a Go founder in OnPassive. It is $97. And I say, well, this is going to be a vehicle. It's a God-given vehicle that I can use to help all my people around the whole world. People that have lost money through me, people that love me, people that like me, people that, love the way I speak all over the world. Germany, name it. I've traveled to so many parts of the world, giving inspirational speeches, and people join me. People that don't even know me, just because of listening to me, they join those companies. And I made up my mind that, oh, Ash, God has used Ash for me personally to bring this vehicle OnPassive so that I will be able to help a lot of people, including people that have lost money, people that don't know anything about internet, that I will help them to make sure they are on right track and they can make a living. And that is the reason why I joined OnPassive. And I became a Go founder in OnPassive 26th of August, just less than 2 months. And, I thank God we've been, building, big team in less than 2 months. We have built over 500 paid Go founders, almost 600 now. And the number is rising. This is what I do. This is what I love to do. I am over excited with this company, with what they are offering the world. And I want to encourage people, if you have not joined, I want to encourage you, go back to the person who introduced you to OnPassive and get yourself in. You don't want to miss this opportunity. This opportunity will never, ever repeat itself for life. This is the first company I ever come across in my own lifetime that is offering these sort of services, that where you join and you don't do anything, they advertise for you, they bring customers for you, they build your team, and at the same time, you earn money without you doing anything. This is the first company. It's a no-brainer. So I want to encourage you, be a part of the team. We are here to help you. We are here to show you the way. And I can tell you, you can never fail. Nobody can fail here because the company has taken the bulk of the load to help you. Thank you so much. I give God all the glory. I thank all the panelists, particularly Mike Ellis. I love his videos. I watch his videos like 10 times a day. I don't sleep. Marty, you are incredible. Peter Roger, incredible. Downstreet, incredible. Marina, you are awesome. The way she's helping all my African people, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, all over. I want to say God bless you all. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you.
Oh,
I'd just
Victor, I
like
don't know
to
how to
say
follow
something.
that up. Yeah, go ahead.
Victor,
Wow.
I fully relate to what you're saying. Thank you very much. It's really encouraging for us because, we were all in the same boat as you. But the nice thing is when you join OnPassive as a customer, because we all become customers and resellers of the product, and you get a 7-day free trial, we will get our own website. So it doesn't matter how many other businesses you're affiliated to or that you're involved with, it, whether it's brick and mortar or online. It's not that company that your name is now associated to. All your traffic gets through to your website and it brands you, which makes that so much easier to maintain. If the company does fail us, I'm not talking about OnPassive now, if the other companies that we might be involved with, it does happen where they fail, they close their doors, their systems have glitches, and we cannot do anything about it. At least they cannot now point fingers at you, because the way Ash Mufareh, our CEO, has put everything together it's just phenomenal. He's literally thought about everything. Like his wife said, he went into his man cave for about 3 years, and his man cave is computers. And he was just looking and testing the market to see what's available, what tools are there, what can he improve on, what does it need. So if you've thought about something that you need on online business or just normal business, OnPassive has either built it from the ground up or created it or perfected it, So we are forever learning, forever growing. And Marty, I see we have a few more minutes. I just wanted a lot of people have asked me about the top 10 reasons, just off the cuff of I wrote them down now, just to end with this. Top 10 reasons to join OnPassive. You will be a founder of a high-tech information technology company driven by the latest artificial intelligence technology, which will be a unicorn company when we launch. Licensed and registered in 212 countries, we're fully compliant. You will earn residual income for life, 100% hands-free, set and forget. Targeted traffic to your website, which is given to you by OnPassive. OnPassive builds your business and team for you. Be part of the beta testing in the inner circle of decision making. So as we go forward, at the moment, we've got 50 different products or thereabouts, but those are actually 50 different companies under one umbrella. So you can just imagine, the amount of work that's going to go into that, as Marty mentioned earlier. You are going to pay once out of pocket, and your subscriptions come out of pocket, out of your commissions earned that the company has brought for you through the marketing campaigns. You will benefit from the massive marketing campaigns 365 days, 24/7. It doesn't stop. They don't take holidays. These campaigns continue endlessly. Access to every tool you'll ever need to be a success in business, online or offline, all under one umbrella once again. You'll be able to leave a legacy you can be proud of and help turn poverty into prosperity around the world. So, those are just the top 10. There are so many other reasons why you would join OnPassive, but I would strongly urge all of you, it doesn't matter who you are and what your background or religion, race or creed is. We are all one in OnPassive. And our CEO has got a heart of gold that wants to help as many people as possible, but he cannot do it on his own. He needs us. And as of today, we've already got 237,000 founding members, growing by about 1.5 to 2,000 founders a day who've seen the vision and said, I'm in. So we urge you all to make that decision. If you decide that this is not for you, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee, but as Ash rightfully said, anyone that wants their money back after that, you will never deny your money back, So there's actually no limit to your $97 money back guarantee, even though in the NDA it says 30 days. But there has been people that might have needed their money for whatever reason, they've asked for it back and they have gotten it. Now, if this was a scam or a Ponzi, there's no way that they would refund your money. They would look for any excuse not to pay you. So thank you very much. And thank you for all the work everyone's doing. I know there's a lot of leaders that are watching as well. Great job. Well done, Victor. I loved your testimony. I didn't even, I'm not sure if you've got a YouTube channel, but I'm certainly going to find it now and follow you, because I love the way you speak. And I think it's great, you know, especially for the African continent. There's just different ways and different words that people use just to sort of let the penny drop. And I'm sure who's ever watching this, even the replay, they will definitely get the message that you've put across here. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Wow. What a whirlwind of nice. Victor, fantastic, buddy. I mean, really fantastic. This is what I'm looking for my whole life, really. Red, do you have any more stuff from Q&A?
I've got no more Q&A actually. I don't think so. I've just got one popped up actually. Let me just check. No, I haven't. But there is two things I'd just like to bring to people's attentions, and the one is the founder's position. Mike talked about the founder's position. Now, this is a very important thing that people need to know is when we launch to the world, which is going to be this year, so a couple of months, the founder's position will not be available for a minimum of 3 years. It might not even be available at all. The way that Ashley's been speaking the last couple of webinars, I really believe that the founder's position will not be available again after we launch. So if you want to benefit from being a founder, the only way you can do it is by joining now or pay an extortionate amount of money when the value of being a founder is known by the world, and you'll be paying thousands upon thousands of dollars to do that. And the other main important thing is that anybody who has brought you here tonight, who has given you that link to come and listen to this webinar tonight, is a friend of yours. Now, I would urge every single person who is watching this to trust your friend. He or she has only brought you here for one reason and one reason only, because they have seen the vision in OnPassive. They trust you as a friend, and you should reciprocate that by trusting them that they know what they're talking about, and join us. Anyway, that's it for me now, Marty. Thanks very much, mate.
You wrap it up very good, Red. Thank you very much. Mr. Street, you're the only one that didn't say anything. Are you ready to give us some thoughts?
Well, I can't believe, Victor, you did an amazing job. Mike covered everything. Peter, Marty, Marina. Gosh, I'm sitting here going, what else can I say? But one of the things I'd like to bring up is the fact that, well, just in my journey with OnPassive and working with Marty and Mike, this has been about 17, 18 months now. And throughout the entire process, all those months, all I've seen is progress. So this company has gone from introducing it to me thinking, hey, that's pretty cool, to where it is now, right before launch, where everybody here and all around the world is so excited they can't even sleep because we are getting close to a reality that was shared to us 18 months ago. Now, I've been involved with launches and pre-launches in these types of businesses before, and it seems like something always goes wrong. There's two steps forward, one step back. And then when they launch, they don't end up staying around very long. So when I look at OnPassive and I look at the leadership with Ashmut Farah and the character and the honesty and integrity and how transparent he is, how much time he spends with the founders, and how much just emphasis he puts on how much passion he has for what he's developed, his vision. It makes me a true believer, and I think that's the key word, is belief. I think everybody here, we honestly believe that what we have here is real, and we are looking so forward to it. And if we could convey one thing to any of you new people, it's that we've been around this thing for a long time, and we are believers in this. And there's nothing else out there. And for $97, it's worth a shot for sure. So that's all I have for right now. Everybody covered everything else.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, one thing I want to say, Red did a video a few months ago about hope and belief. I hope this would be very good. I hope that 18 months ago. I was fortunate enough, we've chatted with Ash many times on the phone. I've talked to him. And behind the scenes, he's exactly what he is in front of everybody. Every time we talk, he ends it with, how will this help everyday people? He said when he did the pay plan that nobody has, guaranteed, he said, I did it from the view of a customer, the view of an average person. How can I make it better for them? And it just blew me away. Once I saw the heart in this guy, I was sold. I mean, because how many businesses do we join and we don't know who we're joining? The guy lives on an island somewhere. He's got initials for a name. And 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 months later, he's gone. And you're like, oh my gosh, like Victor said, all these people trust you and they're following you, and this happens. I tell you what, I trust him like a brother. No doubt about it. So when he says something and people think, oh, maybe he talks different. No, he doesn't. He's exactly what you get. He's exactly what you get. You don't know what's going to come, but everything has to do with how he feels inside. And it's always towards helping people. And I can tell you that for a fact. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up if nobody else has anything. Thanks, everybody. What a beautiful meeting. Like we all said, get back to the person that shared this with you. If you have any questions, anybody and everybody, there's little teams, but we're all one team, really. We're all one family. I help people all day long, 7 days a week, and a lot of them I don't even know. All I need to know is they're in OnPassive. I'm going to help them. Anyway, I'll see y'all. God bless. And we have another one on Tuesday. And by the way, if you're not a builder, you don't need to be. You send people to Zooms like this and let us build for you if that's what you want to do. Anyway, goodbye, everybody, and God bless.